Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. My name's Stephanie and today I'm going to be showing you some of my best polishes inspired by the month of May for my birth month series. If you don't know, my birth month series is something I do at the start of every month where I take inspiration from a number of different things like different flowers, seasonal foods, holidays, or just other things and try to find polishes in my collection that match those vibes. It is crazy to me to think it is already the start of a new month, but we have a new haircut too. And yeah, I'm just very excited to show you these. So let me show you my picks. The first polish I pulled out was Glitch Lacquer's May Flowers, which came out in their recent groundbreaking collection. It's a super gorgeous mix of these iridescent flakes in blue, purple, and pink, with a lot of silver reflective glitters as well. This definitely can be built up on its own for a super ethereal, flaky kind of vibe, but I wanted to layer it over 2 coats of Cirque's Morning Tide, which is a super gorgeous cornflower jelly blue. I actually ended up doing 2 coats of the Glitch, and while it is so incredibly sparkly, I much preferred this as a jelly sandwich once I added another layer of Morning Tide to encapsulate all the flakies. It just sort of softens the colors a little bit more and makes it look so dreamy. It admittedly does give more of a rainy day vibe, so for a more colorful flower, I pulled out Holo Flirt Alert to represent the bleeding heart flower, which is such a unique shape of flower. Like, the petals are so cool. It looks like a bleeding heart, and they usually come in these really vibrant, almost hot pink colors. I know this was a Valentine's Day shade, but you know I love hot pink, so I just wanted to feature this one again. It's just a vibrant pop of color, especially for the springtime, and I love it in the velvet effect where all of that silver shimmer is pulled to the front, almost looking like a soft pink. Next up, I pulled out Cirque Nocturne, which is this dusty blurple base with a vibrant aqua blue shimmer and a dainty hollow sparkle to represent the Spanish bluebell, which has a pretty similar blurple and blue color combination in the petals. I'm sure you know I love a periwinkle for spring, but instead of going with a typical pastel version, I love this slightly darker, more dusty option that's still brightened up from that blue shimmer. Then I have another Cirque. This is Coral Cloud, which came out a couple of months ago, and I chose this to represent the geum flower, which I feel like I probably have seen before, but I never saw this specific photo where it has this gorgeous warm orange shade. I literally gasped when I saw this photo. I just thought it was so incredibly beautiful. The color just makes me feel so happy, and I think Coral Cloud is such a perfect match, but as I'm sure you can tell, the edges of the flower have a slightly warmer, almost corally shade to them, so I added some light swipes or dabs of Fuyu or sherbet jelly, which is a warmer coral color, just for a little depth and dimension. I love a lazy jelly blend so much, and this color combination is just doing it for me. Lastly, for my May flowers, I had to feature Northern Nail Polish's Electric Flower Power, which you might remember me sharing in my spring favorites video this year. It is such a fun, almost neon glitter topper with these assorted sized circle glitters, as well as these flower shaped glitters that have the centers cut out, and there's some iridescent glitters in here too. It is just such a fun topper. It makes me so happy and reminds me of a wildflower field. You know I had to feature a birthstone polish because I just love birthstones, and this year I'm highlighting ILNP's Paradise for the May Emerald. I know emeralds can come in such a wide range or shade range of greens, ranging from a really bright, almost Kelly green to these deeper emerald shades, but I always gravitate to the darker emeralds that have a slight teal undertone to them. I just love the subtle flash of blue that they can have. So I feel like ILNP's Paradise is such a great color to match what I'm envisioning, and I love the finish too, being this micro metallic flake. It just looks so blingy and beautiful and sparkly. I was considering featuring Holo Taco's Keep It Evergreen, but I love the finish of this more. I know mint is such a controversial ingredient when it comes to food, but I really love how refreshing it is. So what better color to feature than Holo Taco's Mint Mojito, which is a super beautiful minty green pastel linear holographic. I love the balance of the soft green color and the strong rainbow flare that this has. So hopefully, even if you don't like mint in your food, you like it on your nails with a shade like this. I think blueberries technically are in season starting in April, but since I didn't feature them last month, I figured I can share them now, and I wanted to use Cracked Polish's Blueberry Tart from their recent collaboration with Audrey Swatches because it has such a gorgeous blueberry jelly base color. It's so rich and dark blue, but it has this drop of purple in there that really puts it into that blueberry category as opposed to being a cobalt or royal blue. This is also packed with an iridescent flake in here that's mainly green with some flashes of gold, so maybe not super realistic to blueberries, but I think it's just so stunning either way. Next, I want to feature a couple of holidays in May, starting with National Lemonade Day on May 3rd. I love a refreshing glass of lemonade and just any excuse to pull out one of my favorite pastel yellows, which is Cirque Colors Go Away from the MXM Tune collab a few years ago. I know a sheer yellow jelly is not for everybody. I know it can cause some concerns that, some people might have regarding your health and whatnot, but I think the one coat really looks like a glass of lemonade. It's just so incredibly fitting, but of course I am going to show this just in 2 coats for a little bit more color and coverage. I'm sure you knew that I would be sharing one of the Mooncat Star Wars collab shades for National Star Wars Day on May 4th. This one is Dawn of the Empire, which is a black jelly base with a red magnetic shimmer that I'm going to be magnetizing in the cat eye effect to get the sort of lightsaber look. I'll be honest, I have never seen any of the Star Wars movies growing up. I just never felt compelled to watch them, but I feel like I would have gotten so many comments about not highlighting this holiday because I feel like it is a popular one, so I'm contributing how I can. Honestly, I'm much more interested in celebrating National Orange Juice Day, which is also on May 4th. And for this one, I'm highlighting all of Ave Tang, which came back last year out of retirement. And I was so excited because it had been gone for a little while. It is just a refreshing orange cream. I know Tang is not technically orange juice, but when I was growing up, my brother was obsessed with this drink. And so it just feels very nostalgic to me, and I just wanted to highlight it because it is one of my favorite Olive Ave creams. And the last holiday I'm sharing is National Taffy Day on May 23rd, and I thought the perfect polish for this was KBShimmer's Don't Worry, Be Taffy from several years ago. This was one of my first KBShimmers ever, and it just holds such a special place in my heart. I know it's kind of a basic polish to end it on because taffy can come in such fun colors, but the shade, like taffy, also just reminds me of summer, and I just really love it for that reason. It's just a warm salmony pink crelly with a little dainty hollow sparkle. So that wraps up my best polishes inspired by the month of May. As always, I would love to know what you think of my lineup, especially if you're born in May. Happy birthday to all the May babies out there. But yeah, I definitely had a pretty assorted lineup this month. I mean, these are never meant to be cohesive because the inspiration is just so random. And I know about half of them are centered around florals, but I just couldn't help myself. I love like a cute seasonal moment, and I especially loved the flowers that I highlighted this year because they were just different than the years past, where they were like the more generic flowers, I guess. If you do want more spring florals though, I'll have the video that I did last year linked at the end of the video here. Or if you are tired of florals, I would recommend checking out my recent video on my best shades inspired by butterflies. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this lineup as much as I did. Let me know what shades you plan on wearing this month, if there are any in particular, or just let me know any and all thoughts you have down below so we can chat about it. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!